This year is dedicated to Lilu Nishmas Rachalea Bas Rav Chaim Tzvi. It should be a true aliyah for her neshama. Okay, so last year we spoke out the dream that Daniel interpreted. Nevuchadnetzar was given the power to see his role in history unfold. So what he saw in the dream was an image with a golden head, silver arms, and a silver chest, thighs and innards that were made out of iron and of copper, and legs of iron with feet of clay, of earthenware and iron. So he was told, Nevuchadnezzar was told, you're the golden head, you're the mind, you're the one who creates civilization. And indeed, Nevuchadnezzar had ruled the whole known world and left the imprint of what civilization was on future empires. So we spoke about how each one of these empires was lower than the preceding one. So Babylon was conquered by Persia, the silver arms, the innards, who then were conquered by the Greeks, then finally the Romans. Now the Roman Empire, as we ended with last time, when it gets down to the very bottom, we suddenly have it dividing into two segments. So as we'll see later in Sefer Daniel, this is because the Roman Empire, in fact, leads into what we'll call Galut Yishmael, where the descendants of Yishmael, who aren't a whole empire, they'll never conquer and redefine the world the way the Babylonians did or the Greeks did. But they're there, and they're part of this exile, and they're like the clay in the feet, where their civilization is less enduring, less valued, less valuable, but it's there, and it's violent, and it's brutal, just as the iron impact of the Roman exile itself. So what we're going to do now is to complete the dream, and then afterwards we have to take a few steps back and understand what the dream means to us as Jews. Okay, so we're going to begin with, let me just see where we left off, Pasuk Memhei. Kol kabel di chazita di mitor et gerista even. All of these things that I received, that were parallel to what I received, including the stone, which was thrown not by hands, okay? V'hadeket parzela nachash tachas v'kas v'dadahava, and it could knock over the iron, the copper, the earthenware, the silver, and the gold. Okay, all of these are part of the prophecy. And as we said, the stone is a hint at Even Yisrael, meaning that Hashem is going to make us be like this stone, that in the end will end everything. And interestingly, in the description here, notice that it's backwards. It should say the gold, and then the silver, and then the copper, and then the iron, and then the earthenware, but it doesn't say it that way. So what's going on here? So what's going on here is that there's going to be a war, the war of Gog uMagog, which I'm sure you've heard of, where all of the descendants of Edom are going to do war against the descendants of Yishmael, meaning that the iron and the earthenware will be at war with each other, and they'll destroy each other. So we won't destroy them, they'll destroy each other, as we see in Yechezkel and in Zechariah. And there we'll see that Edom is hinted at by iron because of its strength, and that Greece by copper, and all of these are still will always have Yishmael somehow as being there with them, as the clay feet and the inclusion of clay within them. Okay, so the iron and the copper, which are Edom and Yavan, they're going to knock over the silver and the earthenware and the gold, meaning all of the Bnei Yishmael, okay, and its root, which is the silver and gold, Paris and Bavel, its root is empires, not biological. And Hashem was great. Okay, we'll let the king know what will happen after that. Ala Rav, Hodala Malka Madi Lahave Achave Dana. Okay, and this dream, okay, that you've had today is a dream that's stable, meaning there aren't going to be a lot of changes in this pattern. Okay, and this is its interpretation. So what does this have to do with us? We understand the dream now, but why is Hashem doing this to us? So Or Chaim talks about what exile is for when he examines the very first exile that we ever encountered, which is never counted among the four kingdoms, because it didn't include the whole world with it. This was Egypt. So Egypt, although it wasn't an empire the way Babylon was an empire, certainly was a civilization that was hugely credible in the ancient world.